What's up, champ? It's Coach Hip Hop with Boxing Training Camp, and I'm gonna show you how to wrap your hands. Now, when you're purchasing wraps, smaller hands and kids, you can purchase 120-inch wraps, but I still recommend 180-inch. The more you have, the more you can put on your knuckles, the more padding you're gonna have. So you're gonna see some fighters, when you get to a certain level, they may be using a sponge or some kind of knuckle guard. I'm gonna show you how to wrap your hands without it, but eventually you might get to the point where you're gonna use a knuckle guard. But right now, this is my way to do it. There's a bunch of ways to do it. Coaches have different techniques and ways to wrap hands. Other fighters have their own techniques, their own way to wrap hands. But right now, we're gonna do it this way. So first, get your 180-inch wraps. There's an easier way if you wanna roll this up from the back forward, but that will be a whole nother video. Right now we got a wrap. Put your thumb in through the hole. Some people, they'll make a knuckle guard first, but I'm not gonna do any type of knuckle guard. We're just gonna do it the basic way. We're gonna start here. I'm gonna go into the thumb and come around the wrist over the top. I've seen some people go under. I wanna go over. So go over the wrist 3 times. That's 1, 2, 3. Now from there, we're gonna go cross over and go around the knuckles 3 times. 1, 2, 3. From there, we're gonna go cross here and go over and in to the finger furthest away from the index. So instead of going index first, we're gonna go to where the pinky's at. Now like I said, there's many ways to wrap your hands. I've seen some people go straight down and around the wrist, but I don't do it that way. I like to go into the fingers and around the index. So I'm gonna show you that again. Go into the fingers and around the index. Excuse me. And cross down. Then go into the next fingers, around the index, and cross down. Now, excuse me if I'm moving all crazy. It's not easy to film this at the same time. Then in through the last ones, right in between, around the index, cross down. Now we have the fingers done. We got the knuckles done. We got the wrist done. Now we want to go around the thumb. So once you cross down, lock it in place around the wrist, but don't go all the way. We're gonna go right here into the thumb and all the way around. All the way around. Lock it in place around the wrist, then go back into the thumb again and cross this way. So I'm gonna show you from this angle. Go back into the thumb and cross this direction right here. Go around the knuckles. And from there, you can do whatever you want. So I have some wraps left. I like to add a lot more knuckle padding. So I'm gonna add more knuckle padding. And then make sure I end it off right at the wrist. Some people like to end it off right here on the wrist. Some people like to go further down. That is up to you, whatever is more comfortable for you, but I think there's better protection right here, right on the wrist. Now, what I like to add as a bonus, which you don't have to do, is make a little grip here. That way you can grip the padding. Open up right here. And now you have an official wrap. Like I said, there's many different techniques. It's really up to you. You could start my way, and then once you get in there, you could play around with it a little bit and see what you like and what you prefer, but this will be the basic way to wrap your hands.